What's up, Duke fans? Welcome to the Devil's Den podcast. I'm your host, Josh Smith. Join my co-host, Raul and Shu. Obviously, y'all can see if you're watching us that Shu's live from Cameron Indoor Stadium, so we're coming at you literally right after Duke beats Carolina 76-61 on senior night. Duke moves to 29-2, 17-1 in the ACC. This makes now, y'all, like Shire and Duke are 36-2 in the last 2 years in conference, undefeated at home for the second year in a row here. But there's some headlines that we should probably at least kind of tap into. But before we do that, Shu, just talk to me a little bit about the vibe, the atmosphere. Walk me through kind of this game on press row.
Look, you can't really describe how loud it gets, especially when you're right here under the crazies. I probably have some paint on me from these guys leaning on me, but especially, that run, that kill shot that we threw there in the second half. Cade hits a three, Dame hits a three, Dame gets a dunk, Maliq hits a three. This place just goes crazy. Look, there's a lot of former guys in attendance here. There was Zubek, Gerald, Jeremy Roach, Blakes, Ryan Young.
Darren Rippey was in the building too, him and his dad.
Yep. So just, and then, even beforehand, the place was loud outside, getting fired up. I got a good video of the crazies getting ready to come in. They were ready for this, and they did their thing for 40 minutes tonight.
Yeah. Did you say Jeremy Roach?
Yeah, Jeremy Roach was there. Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Sitting right beside Jalen Blakes. Yeah. Chris Paul was here. Yeah.
Nice. Obviously, Ken Jong was there too on game day doing his thing as well.
I got a good shot of Michael Wilbon. Mike Wilbon was here.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Wilbon was in the building. That's pretty cool. Fellas, I guess before we really jump in, I think there's kind of just a little bit of a headline really that we should kind of talk to. So this game had a great build up to it, but then it kind of, there's a deflation that kind of happened a little bit. The first one being Thursday, Caleb Wilson breaks his thumb in practice. He's out for this season. That puts a damper on things. And then literally like right before the game happens, we see that Pat's in a boot. He ends up not playing in this one. And then obviously the one that we'll get to at some point here is CFOS. Did not look great right there. Not going to speculate too much on that. We'll get into it here in a little bit, y'all. But the injuries sort of deflated this thing a bit, right? Like it kind of took the air out of it a little bit here for both ends. Ended up still being a really good game here, but shoot, for you, like, how did that impact this game? Obviously, that's three big-time players, one for Carolina, two for Duke here. Does that take anything away, I guess, from this either way?
Well, look, without Pat, Bessar was a tough matchup for Maliq, and Maliq's going to be asked to play. I think he played 26 minutes tonight. No, he played 30 minutes.
30, that's
a lot. 30, yeah. That's a lot for him, especially in his role that he's used to.
Especially the style he plays, right, where he just gambles for steals all the time.
Yeah.
You're going to pick up fouls.
Yeah, because he picked up one, I think it was his third one right here in front of us, where he kind of just dove into the player. I don't remember if it was Bogovac or whoever, but, at that point, I'm kind of thinking, like, CFOS is down. We don't have a lot of bodies to throw out here right now, so we need him to be. But, Maliq was absolutely nails tonight. I think
sensational. Yeah,
it might not have been his highest scoring game. I know he had 26 when he played in here for Syracuse, because I was sitting back here for that one. But 15 tonight. But just the deflections, the blocks. He was just
5 steals. Dude, he's the story for me, right? It's senior night, so he gets to start. Obviously, Pat's out, so you don't know if they would have just kind of kept it traditional or if he would have got the start either way. But he was everywhere, dude. Like the whole time, just like manic, almost playing his ass off, dude. And even Visar was like, was battling him, but it's like you look over and for a long time he started like 4 points or something. Like he hit a 3 and kind of got loose a little bit there. But I thought Maliq just really did as much as he could in that matchup, dude. And then on the offensive end, this is probably the best that we've seen him at Duke offensively, I would probably say.
Yeah, it's his Duke high. 15 points. It's got to be his Duke high.
Yeah. So hits a 3 in this one too, right? Has 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 steals. Big senior day for Maliq on this one. You love to see that. I think for another one too, I kind of lump these guys in for this one. You mentioned the big run. Maliq and Dame kind of set the tone for this.
Yep.
Now, Cam's incredible. I mean, you look here, you see his stat line. We'll talk about Cam. I mean, he's your player of the year. He's a top 2 pick. 26, 15-5 there. Like that dude was a monster for us offensively. But I thought Dame and Maliq really just kind of answered the call. You lose Pat, you lose Cephas. You're not really sure what you're going to get. I thought those two guys just brought a ton of energy, and just the defense carried there, y'all, especially in the second half. A little bit
And
of
they kind of had to, because with Duke being down 2 bodies, like we had to switch to a more aggressive, like steal first kind of perimeter style, where we were really pressuring the ball on the perimeter, and that's where Dame and Maliq come in. Sorry, Shu, you were going to say something there, but
Well, I got a good clip of Dame. We're asking him about during that stretch. I mean, he was really fired up. He had the travel on the fast break dunk. He did travel.
in the NBA. In the NBA, that would have been
Oh,
fine.
absolutely not. But it was
He took a step as he was catching the ball. Like
he thought that he had that step as the catch. Yeah, it was the bobble. But
look, he made up for it. He had that nice pump fake from the corner. Goes in and jams it. I mean, Dame
same play from the other night, really.
Yeah,
exactly.
Same exact deal. Yeah.
But Dame and Maliq just converging on people here in the trapping in the corners and stuff. I mean, they just there was a lot of this game was physical. I don't know if you guys could see it from the TV, but jersey pulling. Maliq had his hair pulled by Stevenson on the and one. There was a lot of clawing and fighting, and it's going to be like that. This is the Duke Carolina game, and I'm glad that they kind of let it play out. But Vesar did get his first and only foul of the 80 minutes we played against him with 2 minutes left in the game.
Now, could you see it? Could you see it where you were? He got away with 2 jersey grabs.
Oh yeah. I watched him grabbing the whole night.
They were livid on the one with Maliq, dude. They were livid.
I even kind of started to say something to Roger, like he's grabbing his jersey, but
Yeah, you had to restrain yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one with Maliq was more egregious, but I saw another one on Twitter where you see a close up of him grabbing Cam's jersey as well. So.
Yeah.
He should have had 3 fouls. Is the point?
Yeah.
minimal. Yeah.
You pan out on this thing and it's 76-61, and it's like, okay, you feel pretty good about that. I mean, fellas, there was a time when this game was 41-40, but then there was also a time when this game was 71-46.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of a game of runs, and then obviously Duke has a 30-6 run there early in the second half, and a 16-0 run within that.
Well, even within the first half,
it
goes on a 9-0 run.
Yep.
UNC answers, cuts it to 2. Duke, answers with a run of their own.
And then they cut it back to 4 at halftime or something, right? And then at the second half, they bring it all the way back. We kind of start to pull. They bring it back 41-40, and then Duke just kind of unlocks a little bit. Dame was really active there, and it just kind of got away from him.
Yeah, so at the 16:45 mark of the second half, Trimble has a layup. It's 44-47. They don't score again until he hits Trimble gets the dunk, the leak out dunk with 10 minutes left. So that's almost 6.5 minutes of game time without a basket. And then in that time, that's our kill shot, 20-2 run. And the game's kind of over.
Yeah,
from there.
that was the game, right? I mean, you got away, and then Carolina kind of went on a little 9-0 run or 10-2 run, kind of late to bring it back.
They had
this one out.
12. They had 12 second half points, something like 13 minutes into the second half or something. So our defense was just completely controlling the game there for a little while.
And it's a bit unfortunate too. And I never bring this in. I don't really hate to say it here, but your boy got in on 15.5, man, and that's a brutal beat right there a little bit. So that's just the way that crumbles on you sometimes.
Try taking Pat plus 10 points. I think I had Foster at 6, and he had 5 before he went out. So
you
brutal all around.
Yeah. You eat some of these.
So what you're saying is our guys are point shaving.
A little bit, man. Pat sitting out was was brutal there, but
although the team under for Carolina, I think, was 64.5. So we did.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you before the game.
That was the backer, man. Yeah, he called that. That's 9 out of 10 now. And there's a lot of things that we can talk about. I think, man, for this one, when you're it's the end of the season, and now there's so many variables that are in play that kind of becomes the storyline a little bit, unfortunately. When
And
you're
it's
talking
hard to
about Pat,
know,
Foster,
like even where to start without having the information, right? You know what I mean?
that's
Like,
the tough part too. And so
you
I
know,
don't really want to speculate too much on it because you just don't know. I mean, the reports are that like, hey, this was probably precautionary for Pat. Should be kind of good to go. Whether or not he plays that much in the ACC tournament, that's 3 games in 3 days, so you might kind of back off of that a little bit. But from all accounts, he sounds.
You got 5 days until our next game, right? So if it was just like a mild sprain, you know, you would expect him to be fine. And I do think you saw the effect of our lack of rim protection in this one. I know they only scored 61 points, but that's because our perimeter defense was just hounding, right? And because Maliq and Sar were so spectacular. But anytime they did get into the lane, it was almost an automatic bucket, especially early in the game, right?
So early in the game, they were attacking, and Trimble especially.
Yeah, they were getting a ball screen up top, and he was just kind of eating us up. They were sealing us off really well. And yeah, you're right. Like we kind of just was like, okay, Maliq, Dame, just be as long as you can in the lane, and let's deflect as much stuff as we can here.
We were just basically like, we got to go to K-style defense here. That's what I saw. You know what I mean? Like that
was a little bit
vintage,
of that.
like
blitzing, blowing up the ball screens. Just really kind of being active and aggressive here. Fellas, I know we're not that far into this thing, but I hear that they're already cleaning up behind you shoes.
I was wondering. I thought I heard.
So we'll probably try to we'll keep this thing moving really quick here, y'all. I think for me also the story of the game was just the glass. I mean, you look at the offensive glass on this one, y'all. What did we have? 18. They had 5.
Yeah,
you both have 24 defensive rebounds, but you almost get. I mean, you're plus 13 on the offensive glass there. Cam's got 6 by himself. Maliq's got 4. Caden's got 2. Shouts to Caden Boozer as well in this game to come in, give you 29 minutes there, 7, 5, and 3. Really steadied us, I thought, when some of our other guys just haven't quite played super great in these games, y'all. I know we'll talk about that a little bit here, but I don't want to like throw too much shade, man. But like, I hyped it up, and maybe it's because I want it for the kid so bad. But Slim still really hasn't had a moment yet in this one, man. Like he started.
He made his 3 threes, right? He made his 3
threes. He did hit his 3 threes, yeah. But just from like a wow factor, he just hadn't popped for whatever reason.
Made a lot of mistakes and just like struggled to finish in the lane. There was that one possession that he finished with a dunk, but
it was like a foul on Maliq. I mean, he has an 85 offensive rating in this game, which is not slim level efficiency. He was
wasn't he 4
too.
Wasn't he 4 of 14 in the first Carolina game this year as well? So to like be back to back 4 of 14 is not.
Yeah, I mean, for 8 of 28, that is not. That is not great. You're right. Yeah, 4-14 in the last one as well. So a little weirdness there. And then I thought Nick could potentially have a really good game here. And I thought he had some toughness, man, but just the shot for whatever. When he plays Carolina, it's like Airball City or something, dude. Just not there. The range just is not there for whatever reason.
I mean, he did have 3 steals, so I'll give him that. Like his defense was on point.
He was tough, man. He was nails for us.
The offense, he had that finish in the lane that he really should have gotten there, but he just kind of went up a little bit soft, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
So
Darren too doesn't really pop in this one for you. I mean, it's a little collective at the top there with just Cam, Maliq, and Dame that really just kind of held this thing down for you, man. The defense comes through. We mentioned that 30-6 run. That is the game here, and we kind of pan out really quickly, so we'll get you out of here. Shoot, just for y'all, I think there's optimism here, but I mean, for CFOS, your heart just has to go out for him. You know, it looked like he was pretty emotional on the bench there. John comes over and talks to him. Obviously, she were in the locker room. He's not there taking questions, which is, of course. There's some stuff on Twitter going around. I'm not really going to get into that. I'm not going to speculate too much. But reading his face, y'all, if this is it for CFOS, like what does that mean for Duke? I mean, can this Duke team win a title shorthanded?
Well, we've done the 8 is enough before, right? So, you don't want it to have to go down that way, especially with how great he's been playing at the point of attack on defense. And then also the value that he's given us as a point guard. I think coming into the night in the past 7 games, he was 29 assists with only 5 turnovers. He had 2 assists and no turnovers in the couple minutes. So, you're adding to those totals. It's just been a good steady and force for us. Hopefully Caden can step up here in Charlotte next week because we're going to need somebody to kind of take that spot. I don't think Caleb's going to be available for
Yeah, I'm not anticipating Caleb to be available at all for the ACC tournament.
It's just tough because you don't have really any other option beyond Caden, right? Like you're not going to put. I mean, we got some other guys who can dribble the ball up the floor, sure, but you're not going to rely on Nick Kamenia for a lot of point guard play. You're not going to. Isaiah Evans isn't really a ball handler. Sarr is pretty erratic as well. Fortunately for us, I guess we already run a lot of stuff through our bigs. So the point guard position is a little bit minimized, but it's just asking Caden a lot to come in and play 35 minutes, which he's going to have to do now.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna have to take a load. Now, fortunately, at least the pedigree's there, so you do like that. The chemistry is there with some guys, and he is a pure point guard. But I mean, you got to think,
and he's good, but
still, he's good. You got to think though that now all of a sudden you've created this identity, and with Caden, you're gonna have to recreate it a little bit. It's just gonna look different. It's gonna have to be different. And maybe that gives you an advantage if you can figure it out and unlock it quick enough, because teams haven't scouted it the same way that they have the rest of what you've been doing. So maybe you can play it that way. But, I don't think there's too many ways you spin this as positive for Duke, losing a guy like Caleb Foster, and maybe even having a limited Pat Gongba here going into the postseason. That puts a little bit of a damper on the win. Don't want to, drag us down too much because, again, we don't know. But for right now tonight, fellas, I guess we'll celebrate a 76-61 dub. You split with Carolina. You finish this thing out 29-2, 17-1. You're going into Charlotte with the number 1 overall seed, and that one you're looking like the number 1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament, depending on what they kind of factor in here. I would think anything outside of a Thursday loss almost wraps that up for you. But
sure, yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, there's a good chance that we end up playing this team again, playing Carolina again on Friday in Charlotte.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Now, they're going to have to play Clemson probably first. So maybe, I guess. I don't know if they have to.
Yeah, if Clemson wins, they'll play. Yeah, they'll play Clemson, and we'll play, I think, Florida State or Cal or something. I think the last I look. I need to double check, though. But I think it's the winner of those two. But,
that'd be an early I guess Cal will have a day to adjust because they have a Wednesday game as well, right? Or not? No, they don't. They do, or they don't?
No. Yeah, they'll play Wednesday, and then we'll play them Thursday. I don't know if they have a Tuesday game. No. Yeah, I don't think that.
No.
I
was just wondering because of the time difference there. You know what I mean? I know it's not an early game for us, so maybe that won't matter at all. But it's not like we're playing Cal at noon. But anyway, I mean, Cal probably versus FSU, which would be the better matchup? I don't know. I mean, FSU played us tough on their home floor. They can make some threes.
Playing great right now. Yeah, they're playing good right now.
I mean, I prefer Cal, I think.
Yeah,
I think they're coming all the way from the West Coast to Charlotte.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely prefer Cal, I think, in that environment. But I think right now we'll just and we'll probably likely come back, y'all, after this. This is going to be a short pod here. We're going to get out of here. Shout out to my guy back there in the back.
That's Jay, man.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Jay, man.
That's your boy, Jay, man.
Yeah, okay. Shout out to Jordan. Yeah.
What's up,
Jordan?
Hey, man.
Our guy. Yeah, looking for the breakdown. Go ahead and get that out on the way.
Yep.
All the breakdowns coming. You got to give him a couple minutes. So you just got out.
Yeah. I got to chop that up. But, we'll come back. We'll do an ACC tournament preview. Shu, you're obviously going to cover that for us as well, too. So we'll kind of get into that. We'll do some predictions. Maybe we'll get the bracket a little bit closer, talk about some matchup stuff, maybe even have a little bit more information. And we'll probably put that out, closer to ACC tournament, closer when Duke plays in the ACC tournament sometime Wednesday or so. But yeah, fellas, if nothing else, I mean, Shu, I know you have to get out of here literally, but if any kind of final parting shots for y'all in this one, I mean, for me, you take the split, you kind of, you celebrate 15 points, but there's just bigger questions for me now of okay, how does this impact the long term? But
I mean, look, coming in shorthanded without Pat, that was going to be a big thing, and then losing CFOS, so to get out with a win, it's not the drubbing that we imagine it might be. But you get out with a win.
It could have been, though. It was 71-46, man. It could have been 82-50. You're right. You're texting us right. Hey, you're looking at 82-50.
I thought 82-50 was coming close.
Yeah, it could have been, man. Could have been.
Banner season time now, so it starts next week in Charlotte. moves to South Carolina after that, then hopefully on to DC and Indy, and we'll keep this train rolling. But let's get healthy first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you got to be like pretty happy with the team stepping up the way they did with down 2 starters, right? To win by 15. Yeah, again, I know it could have been a 30-point win, but to win by 15 in this senior night game, down 2 critical players, a sophomore, so he has some experience, a junior in Caleb Foster, so you're losing a lot of game experience there as well. I think it was a pretty amazing response when you get right down to it. Like, even if there's all these lingering questions, I think if the tournament goes well, we'll look back on this game fondly.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. And too, we hadn't talked about it a ton here. I know we're getting out of here, but 26, 15, and 5 is 26, 15, and 5. So you put the team on your back like that, it's like, hey,
there's so much more to there's so much more to cover. If we were talking 20 more minutes, we could just talk about Cam Boozer.
I figure when we do our preview for the ACC tournament, we'll probably do a big Player of the Year celebration thing for Cam, and we'll wrap this up, and he's going to get, because
he was so damn good, man. He was so damn good.
He was so good. He was really good.
I honestly thought we could have capitalized more on his offense.
Yeah, we could have used him more. Yeah, there were sections where I was like, man, just keep giving it to him, man. Good things are happening here. And
there were times when he was out of the game when I'm like, even for 2 minutes, I'm like, are we going to be all right here?
Yeah, immediately scores taken, bro. So we'll take it, y'all. But we'll go ahead and wrap out of here. Sure, you got to get back. Safe travels, man. And we'll come back. Well, like I said, we'll talk some ACC tournament. But yeah, big dub. We'll take that one any day of the week right now. Glad for the senior night. Glad for the seniors to go out. Jack, Cam, Maliq. And all the guys that aren't going to be here again next year too. So shouts to those guys as well. Shouts to the coaching staff for another great season. But yeah, we'll get out of here, y'all. In the meantime, please rate, review, subscribe. We appreciate you all. You can email us, TheDevilsDen.com. You can find us on X/Twitter @DevilsDenPod247. Keep the faith strong in the verb high. Go Duke.